Probably the most important part of my day is setting aside time just before going to sleep. I thought I'd share some things that I do that may benefit you too. I use this time, which is about 45 to 60 minutes, to acknowledge my successes, to review my goals, focus on a successful future, and make specific plans for what I want to accomplish the next day. Now you might ask, why do I suggest the end of the day? Why not at the end of the workday, say maybe 5 or 6 p.m.? Well, I used to do that, and I found myself really with my mind still racing at the end of the day, especially after 6 p.m., so it just didn't work for me. So adjusting to this later timing was the result of some research that I did. And I must say that it works much better for me. Better clarity, better planning, better results. So what's the research that I'm speaking about that kind of prompted me to experiment and then change? Well, in my reading, I discovered that whatever you read, you see or watch, listen to, talk about, or experience during the last 45 minutes of the day has a tremendous influence on your sleep and your next day. What I also found interesting is that during the night, your unconscious mind replays and processes this late night input up to 6 times more often than anything else that you experience during the day. That's why cramming for school exams late at night can work, and why watching a scary movie before bed will give you nightmares. This is also why reading good bedtime stories is so important for children. Not just to get them to fall asleep, but because the repeated messages, the lessons, and the morals of the story become part of the fabric of the child's consciousness. And as you drift off to sleep, you enter the Alpha Brainwave state of consciousness. That is like a state in which you're very suggestible. If you drift off to sleep while watching the 11 p.m. news, that's what you'll be imprinting into your consciousness. Things like war, crimes like murder, inflation, gas prices, and everything else in between, including the weather. Now, think how much better it would be to read an inspirational autobiography or a self-improvement book instead. Imagine the power of meditating, listening to a self-help audio program, or taking the time to plan the next day right before you go to sleep. Now, I quit watching late night news and TV, and it's really made a difference in me. Here's one more thing that I do at the end of the day to keep me focused and become a better version of me. I sit with my eyes closed. I breathe deeply, and I ask myself 4 questions. Show me where I could have been more effective today. Show me where I could have been more conscious today. Show me where I could have been a better consultant, coach, or trainer today. And lastly, show me where I could have been a better husband, father, or friend today. And as I'm doing this exercise, I actually see this film playing in my mind of all the events that went on during the day. Now, I try not to observe them with any kind of judgment or self-criticism. When no more events kind of come to mind, I then take each one of those incidents and do a replay in my mind the way I would have preferred to have done it, had I been more conscious and intentional. This creates a subconscious image that helps me form the desired behavior the next time a similar situation occurs. Works like a charm. I suggest you give it a try. You just might like it. To your success.